Yeah. Hello? Anthony? Yes, hi. Anthony, hold on one second. Can you turn the volume up on that? I think it's up. Okay. It's all the way up? All right. Anthony, this is Art Lawless from Mufon.
Yes, how are you doing?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Okay, I can't hear him. I'm having a hard time hearing him.
Hello?
Yes, hi, I'm here. I'm just having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here with Wes Pennington, and how you doing over there?
I'm good, all right. I'm doing pretty good.
All right, excellent. Anyway, we wanted to, and I'm recording, if you don't mind, for that email I had sent you, and it's only so that we can later on review what we talk about this morning. Okay?
All right.
All right, great. Can you hear him okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. All righty. So, first of all, thank you very much for recording your events. And what we wanted to do this morning was just kind of clarify. It would appear that on your report, you were discussing probably 3 or 4 different episodes. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so that clarifies what we had. So some of the questions we wanted to ask is we wanted to focus, I guess, basically on that 2008 event today, and because that seems to be the one you gave the most information on. Hold on one second. We're checking the speaker out. All right, can you hear us now? I'll turn it off. Okay. It's on now? All right. Go on. All right. So you can hear us, correct?
Yeah, will you be able to send me a copy of it recorded too, or?
A copy of the recording? Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I get done, what I'll do is it's on a regular small handheld recorder, so what I'll do is transfer it onto my laptop, or my computer actually, later, and then I can email it to you, if that's okay. All right? All right, fair enough. Okay. On Form 1 of that 2008 case, one of the first questions we had is, you had picked a date of April 6th, and is there any significance to that particular date?
No. I just picked the date that I was close to what it happened. I had the actual date written down, but I don't know. I didn't lost that information.
Okay.
But it was around that time.
So it was around April 6th, and are you fairly sure the year being 2008 or 2009, or could you tell us what your thoughts are?
It had to have been around. I had it written down. I should have went to see if I could see anything. Because I made a little song out of the ordeal, and I saved it onto the MP3 file, but I didn't steal some time after. Like maybe a month after it. I don't know, it could have been 2008, 2009.
Okay. So that the 08 then...
It was over 10 years ago.
All right. So the 8 or 9 is sort of an approximate. You're not actually sure of the year.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. The address you had put down on the form was 707 Clara Drive. Now, was that? Who was at that? Who lives at that address? Was that your grandmother?
Yeah, that was my grandma. My mom was at that address, and that's when
house belong to your grandmother?
Yeah, we bring the house out. Bring the house out, and we stayed there since 2001. We have been living there for about 8 years, so.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Now, were you and your mother living in that house as well?
Yes.
So.
I had actually not been living here. I had moved out already.
Okay.
I was just coming by to help cut the grass.
All right, but your mother was living there.
Yes.
Okay, so your mother and grandmother. Okay, mother and grandmother. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. And also, you had said on that Form 1 that you had observed 3 objects or orbs or entities, and I needed to clarify that. What actually, well, you know what? Why don't you run through what happened?
All right. So, we had just got to cut the grass, and it was about maybe right before it started getting dark. It was about 7, and we were sitting in large chairs. Me and my mom was facing parts of the freeway, parts of the highway. And my grandmother, she was facing towards us. And we just all sitting just after we had finished. I had finished cutting grass. And I think maybe drinking like some lemonade or something like that. And sitting and talking. And so I was sitting here, and it was right above the treetop. I was already had my eyes fixed on an object, but I had no, once I had looked up and had my eyes fixed on an object, I had no idea that my eyes were fixed on it until my mother turned and looked at me, and when she turned to look at me, she then turned to look up towards what I was looking at. And that's when the object became apparent. When she, kind of like I was just, like how somebody would just gaze up and just look above their eyes, above their head. Just, shift your vision from straight to upward. And that's all I had done. And I did that, and I was looking above the treetop. And when she turned her head to see what I was looking at, that's when it just warped away. It wasn't a light. And for a long time I thought it was a light, but lights don't. You have to have a cord for a light to come from. So it was illuminated. And they didn't cast any type of colors or any type of so I figured it was close. It was something else close. It didn't cast any type of color. It didn't have any type of image. It was just like turned into an oval. It's elongated. It was a circular, illuminated shift, and then it just turned into an oval because it moved so fast. It looked down and when we said it, and all of this took place like taking. By the time I said, dang, I said, yeah, what is that? By the time I said that, my grandma tried to turn her head to look. It was already gone, like all the way out of space. And so, it had to have some type of technology that we don't use every day.
All right. So you would say, and your mother also saw the same object?
Yes, she saw it as well.
Okay. But you don't feel that your grandmother was able to see it?
No, she didn't see it. She turned her head too late. And when she she turned her head around. It was after I said, Dave on that, she turned her head.
All right.
It was already gone. By the time I said that, what was that?
Okay.
And,
you had also mentioned in your comments that the experience had a psychological effect on you. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
For the longest time, I just suppressed the memory. It didn't resurface until 2017. And at that time, I was like trying to do something creative, like create a story, whatever. I wrote a book called The Very Harmonious. I was just trying to do creative writing. I don't know what would tell me as far as talking about the story. I was just bored, I guess. The fear was high, psychologically was first time I saw it. Like I said, I made a song about it, and it was like nothing I have ever seen. So I was like, well, I gotta make a song about it to kind of mourn the experience and just talk about it. But then it affected me psychologically when I was writing my book because, I go around on a lot of information on YouTube and stuff like that, and look up a lot of information, and it doesn't, a lot of, scientists and stuff like that, they come out and say, oh, it's possible that there's life on the planet, this aliens real and stuff, and we can't take it psychologically because here I've seen the object, so I've eliminated the idea that they're not existing. And so I'm like, wow, the average person that really has no evidence, the average person, either they don't care or they don't think it's real. And so then I was going to say psychologically because then I was trying to figure out what was it. And I was trying to figure out okay, I didn't, I'm not a physicist and I never took no classes, but I understand. So I started trying to study physics. And then that's when a lot of it was almost like what's called epiphany or a light bulb over my head. That's when a lot of stuff I started understanding a lot of different stuff as I started kind of studying this a little bit different places. And that's when I started eliminating that it was the light. Because at first I thought it was like a light or some type of creature in hell or some type of, I didn't know, but I said, no, that's something that the light is illuminating from behind it, and it's giving off energy, and it's illuminating, and it doesn't want to be seen. It's not like I figured it had some skill.
Yeah, gotcha. What was the object that you were viewing? Was it transparent or opaque or?
It wasn't entirely transparent because when it was, I guess, charging up the leaf real quick, it became, the light was like a white, yellowish light. White, yellowish.
Okay.
First I didn't see that. At first. I guess the motion, I guess I noticed something in the tree line that looked off. And that's what got my eye fixed on the edge of the tree line. First I didn't see that. I didn't see anything until it actually
started moving. Gotcha.
Yeah, started moving.
So that's what caught your attention. I got you. Okay. Now, this will probably be a little difficult, but I would like you to imagine something that your arm is outstretched, okay, and you've got something round in your hand, okay, and what object would that be that would cover the size of the object you saw? What would you have to be holding in your hand at arm's length that would cover it?
You say something that would have to cover the object? Probably I'd say like a card part. Like a card part. That covers the car. Maybe about half. Maybe somewhere between a little over half an inch.
Half an inch? So something, well, I'm just thinking, by an object I'm talking about like a pea or an orange or a basketball or a dime, you know, something like that. What would you have to be holding?
I would have to be holding like a car.
A car?
Yeah, automobile.
Wow, okay. Because you did put down it was larger than a basketball, and you know, and I was wondering. So this was the oval, and it was the size of a car. Also, a car. Well, hold on one second. I'm clear here. Go or just yeah.
It wasn't like the orange. It wasn't like that small.
Yeah.
I had to be between the size of a basketball and a car, somewhere between there. But when I saw it, once I saw it lift off, you wouldn't be able to make it out, would you?
How big it was, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a needle. It wasn't like a needle size.
Right.
It was.
Now, when you talk about emissions and aura or like a cloud or whatever, what would you say? When you said it warped out, you mean did it just disappear, or you're saying it kind of streaked like a comet? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like elongated, turned into like a circular first, and then it just turned into like an oval, and then streaked out of.
Okay.
Like an outer, went from like being in the treetop to being outer. The outside of the atmosphere is gone. And like 1, 2, it was outside the, like, you know, it was 62 miles, so they say, above. The cloud level, 62 miles. It's got 52 miles for like 1 second, and it's 62 miles away.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, and then like 2 or 3 seconds after that, then it was completely out of view.
Was it
more taken to the outer space?
All right. So it was ascending upward at that speed.
Yeah.
It was ascending. Okay. At an angle or straight up.
No, it had an angle to it. Yeah, it didn't just go straight up. Like it. Just like
okay.
You know how like I guess they say like a vector or something.
So like, yeah, I got you.
Right.
Ascended upward. Okay. All right. And it took about 4 seconds for it to disappear, pretty much from your sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now you also had checked out on that form. We have a block that says what else was in the area, and you had checked other. So, do you remember what else you may have seen in that area?
Doing an experience.
Yeah. You had checked off the block that said other.
I always wanted somebody I always felt like somebody should go up to the treetop and see if there was any type of radiation or something. I don't know how long it lasts. If it lasts for years or if it just after experience. But, I thought the treetop was kind of funny. I thought it was bird and that's what it consists of. Because it looked like it was normal after that. Like it started, I didn't climb up there because
Right.
I don't know. I just.
So, was it a treetop?
So it was a treetop level. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But you didn't notice like the treetops weren't on fire or anything like that, correct?
No, it wasn't on fire.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I don't know why something like that would be like in the daytime, like right above the treetop. It's just like, really, like,
Okay.
something like that. Like,
Okay. All right. Well, let's answer that one. Okay. And how far away would you estimate those treetops were from where you were observing it?
I was sitting about 20 feet, 25 feet away from the treetop.
Wow.
It was just,
Okay.
it was like,
So that's pretty close.
maybe a little bit more. Yeah, it was pretty, I mean, the yard's not that big. The front door, you know, 6 foot in the front door, and then
Mm-hmm.
before you get to the sidewalk, there's a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just right there above that tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's the road.
Do you remember what? Yeah. Do you remember what highway that is? That you mentioned? The highway?
Yeah. Avon Drive is the highway, and then 707 Clare Drive, 707 Clare Drive is the house address. And that tree is still there.
Okay. And
It had to be, it wasn't in spring, because springtime is not fully blown. So it had to be summer when the tree is fully blown and it has all the leaves on it.
okay. So the tree had all the leaves on it.
Yeah.
All right. So April then may have been too early. Is that it?
April may have been too early.
So it had to be more towards summer. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's important. See, little details like that help us a lot. More towards summer. All right. Or late spring, summer. All right. Okay. Is the house still there? Is the house? Yeah, that's one question. Is the house still there?
Yeah, the house is still there.
All right. And would you think it would be okay if we tried to contact either your mom or your grandmother?
You can try. I can give you a number to contact my mom. She doesn't keep the phone with me. I can give you a number. I don't know if you get the 450. I need a 450. Number 45004.
450.
It's called the Oakswood Trailer Park. It's called Oakswood Trailer Park.
All right.
Let me get the map.
Oakswood Trailer Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could look that up. I mean, yeah, we can look that up. Now, is your mother and grandmother still living there?
Grandma, she's in a nursing home now. She stays in the nursing home.
Oh, okay.
Nursing home about 2 or 3 years.
I got you. But your mom's still there.
No, my mom, she moved from there. We moved from there. They moved from there in 2000. I think 13, 14.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me just make a quick couple of notes here. So neither one of them or neither one of them live at that address anymore.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So not living at that address. Okay. Address. All right. Okay. Well, obviously, with your grandma being in a nursing home, we wouldn't try and contact her. Do you think your mother would be willing to talk to us?
Yeah, she would be willing to talk to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sure would.
All right, and what would be the best way to contact her?
You would have to call the landlord at the number, the 450 number.
Okay.
And you just coordinate with her and say, you know, her name is Lena, just ask her.
Lena?
In a way that, yeah.
L-E-N-A? Or?
Yes, L-E-N-A.
L-E-N-A, Lena. And her last name is Irvin?
Irvin, yeah.
Irvin, okay. Lena Irvin, okay. And do you happen to know the rest of that phone number? That 450 number?
Yeah, let me look it up.
Sure, thank you very much. You could write it, something's been clarified, then you could just not ask the question if you've already got the answer. So, yeah. So.
Okay.
Yep. Whenever you're ready.
The address is 475 East Robert.
475 East Robert?
Robin, like Robin.
Oh, like a bird?
Yeah.
Robin, okay, yep.
And
Is that Conway?
Is that Conway?
yeah, it's somewhere.
Conway, all right. We can look it up if you don't have it. I mean, it's not. You know.
Okay. Yeah. If you can look it up.
Yeah, we'll look it up. We'll look it up. And we have, and who is it we have to speak with there first?
Her name is Sherilyn. She's the landlord. Her name is Sherilyn.
Carolyn?
And she knows Cheryl.
Oh.
Her name is Sherilyn Bowden.
Oh, Cheryl. Okay, yeah.
Cheryl. You just call and ask for Cheryl. She'll answer the phone.
Okay.
And you just say, we're trying to reach Lena Irvin. We talked to her son, Anthony, or whatever.
Yeah.
And
all right.
she'll be able to find the number.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So I have one personal note that I'm gonna ask Russ to ask you a few questions on. But I have one last thing to ask you is, how did you wind up in Hawaii?
Oh, I got a job out here in Hawaii.
Oh, okay. So work brought you there, huh? Oh, okay. That's quite a ways to commute. All right.
Did we get a number for the trailer?
The what now?
For the trailer court?
The trailer court is
450 numbers, or we just a reminder?
No, we'll have to look it up.
Okay.
We'll look it up. Yeah. He didn't have it handy. All right, so I'm going to turn you over here for a second to Russ. Okay, he's got also a couple of questions. All right. And we really appreciate you giving us this time. I know you're heading for work shortly, so we're trying not to keep you too long, you know? All right? All righty. Go ahead, Russ.
Hey, Anthony. Thank you for speaking with us. I don't have very many questions. I was wondering if you could remember if it was cloudy or clear that day when you had the sighting.
Yeah. It was completely clear. It was clear outside.
Okay, completely clear. Is there a body of water nearby where the sighting was, like a big lake or a river or something?
No.
Okay.
All right. you've already addressed this, but I had written it down on my question list, and that was the way the craft or the object disappeared. And you say it ascended at an angle. I was going to ask if that was gradually or suddenly. You've already implied that it left suddenly. Had you ever seen anything from the Jacksonville Air Force Base that you knew was launched from the air base, any of their airplanes or balloons or anything of that nature?
No, I didn't. I know where that is, but at the time I never was aware of anything that base.
Okay, so you had never seen anything from there, and
no, but there's a military base. That is Jacksonville, but you see Conway is about 35 miles from there.
Right. Okay. Now, your grandmother, you said, was turned away, so she didn't actually see this object, right? She was facing you and your mother?
Yeah, she was facing in to my mother, and then my eyes were turned fixed on the object. I was just looking up, and then, kind of like in a I wasn't scared, but just kind of like I was just sitting still looking up and just kind of like in puzzlement. And then my mother, when she decided to, she started having motion on the side of me to look up also to see what I was looking at. That's when it became apparent to me that I was even looking up. Like I had no perception that I was looking up until she started to move and look up as well. And then when she did that, that's when it illuminated, and then it just flipped, just worked out, and it was gone. And then she said, "What was that?" And by the time she said that, and my grandma, she was looking at herself, but she couldn't turn and look at the kid. It was already gone. And it's like, in that sort of reaction time, it was already gone, so she could turn her head and see it. And even she didn't even catch on to our body language as to what we was looking at. She was just, I guess she was just too slow or whatever. She wasn't receiving it on time.
Sounds like it all happened very quickly then.
Yeah.
10 seconds, he said.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, thank you, Anthony. Thanks for answering those questions for me.
All right.
Now, we still have a little bit of time, I guess, and some of the other, you also had filled out what we call Form 7, which is an entity form, okay? And I think where some of our confusion was it would appear that you actually were talking about several different events that happened in your past.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. So one was we watched that video that you sent, that you attached, that video about a cloaked object in the clouds.
Yeah.
And so I guess we had some immediate questions on that. Where was that video shot?
I was in probably Kenya.
It was in Kenya?
Yeah.
Now, and I guess one of the questions I had was, were you present at that sighting?
Yes, I was present. Myself, I was there, and everybody was dancing, and he looked up and said, "What's that?" And he doesn't talk. He doesn't really talk at all. And he said, "What's that?" And I didn't look up, and I'm like, "Oh, what is that?" And I said, "Well, this can't be a cloud." And I know it's not a volcano. It's just a singular, if you see it, it's like just a singular talking a cloud. I would say And then I looked at it by the time, and then about 13, 17 seconds, for 13 and 17 seconds, I don't know if you guys see it, but it looks like it's lighting up, like the cloud even lights up. I wouldn't call it a cloud because it's touching the edge of the land. You know, it's touching the edge of the earth. Like, you know, why would one cloud form in that particular area, no other clouds around it, and how could it be, you know, that's like something like it's like the smoke that's coming up off the ground. And I don't think anything exploded in here either like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, that's some type of illusion that the craft is putting out, and then inside the so-called smoke or whatever, there's a ship in the middle of it, and it's watching that area from that distance. And it was like, I didn't think it was a cloud. I thought it was some kind of false projection that whatever it was.
So Anthony, you.
And then inside of it was ship inside the eyeball.
Go ahead. Anthony, now you noticed this phenomenon at the time or after viewing the video?
Yeah, doing the video, and I didn't get so much of the video. I wanted to get more. I was a little afraid. I was kind of afraid to be standing there and have my phone like above my head and just sounding towards the area. So that's why I was so subtle that she probably raised it up. And then I just shut it up and then I let it drop it down because I didn't want it whatever had been watching me or everybody was here to know that I was taking a video of it out of fear. But I don't know if you see it. It's like, okay, everybody's not paying attention to it, and then it's there, and it's like, what is that? Is that a cloud? Is that smoke? What is it?
Mm-hmm. So you took the video, Anthony?
Yeah, I took the video. I still had the video on my phone. And then I kept it from month to month. And then when I started replaying it to myself, that's when it looked like in about 13 seconds, like when you get to second 13, that's when it looked like it was lit, like something was inside of it lighting up. I don't know if you observe that, or maybe, you know, it looked like something inside of it lit up, like something illuminated inside of it, like something was hard, you know, like something hard enough to take off.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just in a clear open, and it's hard, you're going to see it's hard light, and then it's going to, you know, that's what they say, it's like a hard, a light, and it's, you know.
Okay. What time of day did this occur?
It was right before dark again, same time, right before it started getting dark. You see the video, and everybody's clapping and dancing. The visitors looking to leave. I stayed a little longer, but all the visitors are leaving, so they're getting like a farewell dance to the visitors that came, and everybody's getting in person, and I'm holding my son, and he said, what's that? And I said, I don't know. And so that's when I took a picture of it, and then I took a video of it.
Okay.
He's not verbal. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk at all. But she even talked to him and still she was not talking to him. And he even says, oh, now I know now. Clear to say, after he calls us home. Now I know now. I was like, oh.
Wow. So what? Out of curiosity, why were you there, Anthony? Were you just there as a tourist or tracing genealogy, or what brought you there?
That's my brother's orphanage. My brother-in-law's orphanage. I'm separated from my wife. She's from that country. He's from Kansas.
So you're visiting your brother-in-law?
Yeah. In the orphanage. This last year, I think August 4th, I have the details on that video. It's like, August 1st, and you guys see the video, like, to me, it didn't seem like it was natural occurrence play out. I don't know what would give off that type of.
Well, we'll go back and review it. We were focused on the convoy sighting, but we did view it briefly. We'll go back and look at it. Is that August 5th, the 2019 date, the date of the Kenya sighting?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right. All right, Anthony, and I know we're using up your time here, but I just had a few more questions. Now, we're going to jump to the other comments you made about I guess it was more than one entity in your bedroom. Hang on a second.
I got that number for you too.
You said there were two entities in your room, and that they used telepathy. Now hang on just one second here. I'm just going to refresh what you said. And you basically described triangular shaped head, the standard 2 arms and a torso, etc. So I guess our main questions on here would be where, when, how old were you, and that type of thing.
Yeah, I was between 2012 and 2014, and between 26, 30 years old.
All right, so that would be between 2012 and 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you lived in an apartment at the time.
And you were about 12. How old would you say you were? Between 12 and
26 to 30.
Oh, 26 to 30 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Were you by yourself?
No, I was with my wife, and she was laying in the bed asleep, and the regular time, I started talking to her about, I guess we'll bring it up, I started talking to her about that experience, was treatment on the third time. We were talking about it, and I started looking up, like, stuff online, stuff, YouTube, stuff, and it just started resurfacing, and I was fascinated about it. Like, for a while, I don't think I ever really paid too much, indulged too much of my time of thinking about it and talking about it. I just saw it and made the song, and then that was it. I just, put it on the back burner. You never talk about it again. Nobody talks to me about it. And so, I don't know. Like, after me talking about it for like a month or so, that's when I'm laying there, probably, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And, I look, and I'm not asleep. Not really asleep. I just looked at the edge of the bed, next to the door. You know how you come in and out of the room door, like the door is shut, and they're just standing right. One of them is standing up, and then another one just looks like a baby. I'll say it's a baby, it wasn't tall as the other.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, I don't know if it was there to just observe or just come along or something. And so they put me in like the telepathic trance, and what it said to me was like, you need to quit. I was telling her that they kidnap people because they, treacherous. I guess I was like fearing her or something. I don't know. What they told me was that I need to quit.
You need to what?
It was like you need to stop saying things negative towards us.
Oh, okay. All right, I understand. Okay.
Yeah. And then I was like, so when I said back to them, like, why should I? You got high here, you come here, you don't take yourself care, and everybody else, that's what you want. And so then in the turn, it said, well, I can lock you here forever. I can have you sit here forever, locked in this moment. And there'll be nothing you can do besides sit here, like a form of punishment. And so I was like, I said that to him, I was like, no, I don't think you will, not in those words. I got angry, like, and so when I became angry, that's when I started having feelings that I had been sitting in the bed for years and years and couldn't move. And so then I got afraid, and then it released me. And then when it released me, that's when I tried to wake up. I tried to wake up and tap her, but I was told, once it took that fear in me that I was trapped, I wasn't afraid of her. I wasn't even afraid of her. Once it took that fear in me that I would be trapped there forever, that's when the fear came remote.
Sure.
I started feeling like, wow, I've been here for a while. And so that's when I started trying to wake her up, and then by then they was gone.
Yeah. And so on a personal note, Anthony, have you had or do you have sleeping issues?
I still have sleeping issues. I do have issues.
Sleeping? Yeah. Okay. Do you suffer from like sleep apnea or narcolepsy?
I wouldn't call it that. I wouldn't call it that. I would say it's more like just a ailment that I have. I spent some time in the military. But after I got hit started, I was still waking up around 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I would go to sleep too.
Mm-hmm. And
you go to sleep at 12 and then fall asleep 2.5, 3.5 hours, then wake up at 4:30. Then you've only got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So I had to take medicine to make sure that I was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is that medicine called, Anthony?
Morphine, and I also take medicine also.
Okay. And have you had sleeping problems most of your life, or just recent, or?
No, you know what, I didn't address that until after, like, right my senior year in high school, when I really had started addressing it, I always used to go to bed late, get up, and when you get so old, like, oh, now you have to get up to go to work, now you have to get up to go to school, high school, college. Then that's when it started becoming a problem for me, as a regular sleep pattern. As a kid, as a teenager, I used to always stay up and sleep for the daytime, wherever I wanted. And even now today, since I did today's my first day, get back on schedule. But yeah, I would say I had no problems. Years, I'll say. And you listen to the second experience with her, she didn't go to the first. And my first experience was no.
Okay.
First experience happened when I was 10 years old. Still on that.
When you were 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was still on that. That was the first experience I had.
And that's the one you described with the aliens in your room? Or no? Or is that a separate, that's a different experience?
No.
Okay.
No, I have witnessed to that, yeah.
How old are you now, Anthony?
I'm 37.
37?
Yeah.
Was that in Conway, Anthony, where that happened?
Yeah, the first event was in Conway when I was 9 and it happened in Conway. And second event I was running around 2008, 2009, I was 20 years old again.
Yeah.
Third event, about 5 or 6 years later. And now this recent thing was the thing we did last year. I guess it's 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I think we're almost getting to an hour, Anthony, and I don't want to press this too much, but I'd like to leave the door open to have another phone call with you in the near future, if that would be okay.
Yeah. All right. I have another number for you if you need your number.
Oh yeah. What is it? The 450 number?
Yeah, it's 450-0401.
Okay, and that's 479 or 501 or? It'll be 501. 501. Okay. All right. Great.
Hey, Anthony, can I ask one more thing? You mentioned that you had actually been so impressed with the incident in Conway that you wrote a song about it. Is that what I understood?
Yeah.
Did you ever put that on video or anything?
I got the file. But this person back up. My God. But the reason that I had to do it because, like I said, the first event was just like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I looked out, and it was just like a triangular shit that I saw like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was one of my friends. But that was like, you know, it's just like they say could have been one of those, it could have been a military thing, something like that. And you know, it could have been what they call it,
Yeah.
The first time in particular, I knew that was not a military commercial ship that they show. It was not something that it didn't want to be seen whenever it was. It didn't want to be seen, and that's why I took off when I became aware of it. It wasn't trying to be noticed, you know. That was the thing about it, like, and I just erased it from my mind, and then about 2016 is when I started, let me, write this down, let me think about it, and all this, and then after I published my book, it dawned on me what it was. That wasn't a light, that wasn't a horn, those something that illuminates from behind something that is like close, and the cloak is just the optical illusion. It's like you go into the purpose, and then 1 minute you're fat, and then in the next year you wait, it's just light being pushed to the side. It's just the optical illusion of how a cloak will work. It would just push light away from the actual image.
Yeah. Okay, well, I just wondered, I thought maybe you'd committed that to YouTube or something. So we might look it up.
I can send you the actual file. I can send it to you if you guys want to see the file.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for your time this morning, and I hope we didn't get you up too early. I know you're heading for work.
No, not that.
All right. And we'll be back in touch, and we'll be back in touch with you before we try and reach your mom. Okay. But we got quite a bit of information here to go through, and we want to revisit that video you posted as well. And yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that, and I'll get you a copy of this recording. I'll email it to you. You had an email listed on there, so I can send it to that email, I guess. And all right. And Russ, do you have anything else?
I don't think so. Thank you for sharing your time with us, Anthony.
Yeah, we appreciate it very much.
All right, definitely.
All right, have a good day. Bye bye.